Yeah, welcome back. It's been a while. In today's tutorial, I'll be explaining how I achieve this typography effect using the perspective tool in Pixellab. And if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss updates anytime I drop a new video. So let's get right into what we have here. So the first thing is to I already have the text here, but what I'll do is I'll just duplicate what's here. Let's start with the first text here, which is this. Then I would remove the perspective effect that is there before, so I'll be explaining how I achieved that. Same thing with this. So so these are the text we are going to make use of. You have the actual text there. Is the tool you use is an extension of your mind. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So I actually splitted the first parts of the manipulation using 2 letters from each word. So as you can see, TH, TO, and so on. So for the first part, we need to make use of the perspective tool, making it slant this way. If you can see what I'm tapping on. So to do that, you come to our perspective tool, you put it on, then you can make use of grid lines. So we'll just reset this. To reset your grid line, just come here. Once you put it on, you come here, settings, and you tap this icon here. So you can, let's try 20, 820. So this is just to guide us while making use of the perspectives tool. So you can zoom in. So we need to make it slant upwards. So you tap on episode. So you're using this as a guide. So I want to use this part here. As you can see, I've perfectly placed it at that point there. So I'm just using that as a guide. Then you do the same thing here. You place it on the exact same points at the top and bottom. And then we have this. Let's check out what we have. So if you see this, you would see it too much, so you just reduce it. So you can put on the grid line again and make the adjustments. So this time around we'll just try it somewhere around here. This is better. So that's for the first part. Now for the second part, which is the text we have here. So the perspective effect you're going to give in it is going to slant the other way around. It's going to slant down. And for this text here, I actually use plain white, but for this you would use a darker shade. So you can just copy the color code, which is 929292. So just a little bit darker than the original color, which is white. Just that's to give it depth. Anyway, so you move on to the perspective tool, you put it on. Before that, let's just align the text. So now for our perspective tool, let's put it on, then put on our grid lines. So let's zoom in. Then we need it to come down a little bit. So I'm making use of this point here, as you can see. So you need to be very careful to make sure you are putting it on the same spot if you want it to be equal. So that's what we have. So we need to still make it look bent. So let's zoom in and bend it more. So let's move up and we'll do the same thing with the top here. So you can just zoom in so I can place it exactly on the point, and zoom out. So we are done with the first part, but if you observe, you can see the length of the text are not matching. So that's actually because they are not of the same size. This is 62, so I didn't notice that earlier on. So let's just reduce it to 62 so you can see they are on the same line. So for the last part of the text, which is don't let anyone tell you otherwise, the color is also a little bit darker. So let's check the color code. Okay, still 9292. So you can, let's see, okay, let's make it darker, so just to give it depth. Then we'll make use of our perspective tool. So coming over here, so what you need to do is understand the direction you're going to be placing the text. So for this, it's meant to bend this way. As bending this way, it's going to be on the same line as mine, and it's also going to be slanty towards the first text here. So we don't have the perspective tool. Okay, let me reset this. So you put on a zoom in icon, then you start. So you might not necessarily make use of a grid line for this because this looks kind of a little bit more complex. Okay, let's put it on. So you just try and make the adjustments here. So okay, this is not still good yet. You can zoom in so you can properly see what we are doing. So you just play around with the perspective tool to get what you actually need. Okay, not still good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think we have gotten it. Then can now increase the size. You might not just increase the size, just play around with this here, and you are done. Okay, a little bit of adjustments here. So you just try to understand the correct direction you're going to place the text, and you have this. So you need to take your time if you actually want to get it perfectly. Yeah, sorry. So and we are done with this here, so you can just lock each layer to avoid unnecessary movements, as you can see. So that's basically how I created this. You can then merge it together. Okay, this is what I reference from, so you can decide not to merge it together because you might want to change the text, and that's all for this. So if you love this video and you find it helpful, subscribe. If you are visiting this channel for the first time, it really goes a long way. So subscribe, and also like the video and drop a comment. If you have any issues, I will drop a link in the description. Remember, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp, and there will also be a link to my Instagram account where I post lots of Apple videos and tips to help you as a smartphone designer. So till next time, bye.